Well, hello, YouTubers. Say hello to my new toy. This is a Creality Ender 5 Pro 3D printer. And I just got it set up, and after a few false starts printing plastic blobs, it actually seems to be working. All right. This is going to be great. Having my own 3D printer. So I chose a somewhat traditional object to print for the first print. I'm making a shot glass. And if it turns out, I will toast to the success of this thing. There's a story behind this printer. I went to a bankruptcy auction a few days ago. Well, yeah, about half a week ago, I guess now. There was a machine shop bankruptcy auction. They had all kinds of machinery there, of course. And they had two of these new Ender 5 printers new in the box there. And I don't think a lot of the guys who were there for, traditional machinery stuff knew what they were. There were a couple online bidders that I was bidding against, but I don't think anybody in the auction hall was bidding on them but me. So I got them at quite a bit below retail price, still brand new in the box. Here's the other one up here. It's still in the box. Now both boxes just said Ender 5 on them, so that's all I thought I was getting was an Ender 5. I opened up this one. It's an Ender 5 Pro. Bonus. So I got this for quite a deal. Very happy about that. Setup, very simple, very quick and easy. It all bolts together pretty easily. The instructions are pretty explicit. I was eager to start printing. I still need to do some wire management. Uh-oh. Properly leveling the print bed gave me a lot of trouble. And I think there's a slight divot in the center of it, which was causing some issues. Also, the G-code for this shot glass that I got off of Thingiverse, for some reason was starting to print 1.5 millimeters up from 0, which was way too high. So I had to modify the G-code. So with those two things done, I actually seem to be printing something now. So we'll see how it goes. It's going to take like, I don't know, hour and a half to finish or so. I may set up my GoPro and try and get a time lapse of it, and we'll see what happens. That will probably be the kiss of death, setting up the GoPro. Something bad will probably happen. But I think I'll do it, and we'll see if we can get a time lapse of this and see how it turns out. Okay, I knew getting the GoPro was going to cause a problem. It's just like every time I try to do a time lapse with that, something goes wrong. It's a very windy day, and the power just glitched, and it shut down the printer. All right, we're going to try this again. I've got the printer plugged into my great big UPS system back here, which I use for my CNC router that I built, because power glitches in the middle of a big complicated cut are a real pain in the you-know-what. I don't know why I didn't think to plug the printer into it. That makes perfect sense. So hopefully we can make it through the print this time without any issues. I also took the downtime to do a little wire management. I noticed some of these wires were interfering with the filament as it went up through the feeder, so I tied some of them back so there's no more interference. So we're heating up again, and hopefully we can make it all the way through the print. I got the GoPro clipped on, and I hope this doesn't prove to be bad omen, cause another problem. We'll see if we actually manage to get through the print. So here we go again, one more time. We'll see how it works. Alright, that's as far as we got with that print. Before the stupid thing told me it had lost power again. Except it hadn't lost power. And then I tried to restart the printing a couple of times and it kept saying it was losing power. But it wasn't losing power. And it's plugged into the UPS now. So I even changed the power cord just in case there was a problem with it, and it still kept happening. So I got online and I Googled it. And, well, they said in the forums that apparently this has come up before, it said check what voltage it's set for. So I go around back and I look, and sure enough it was set for 230 volts instead of 115. So I switched it over to 115. We're heating up again, and we're going to try printing again. And we'll see how far we get this time. Hopefully all the way. I took the GoPro off because the battery was getting pretty low. So we probably won't have a time lapse of the print. But the way things are going, I don't know if we're going to get a print. Fingers crossed. Alright, I don't want to jinx it, but it's mostly working. We're an hour and a half into it, and it looks like it may finish. It's a little rough at the beginning, and I think that's probably because I didn't re-level the bed after I moved the printer to get to the switch on the back to switch the voltage for the incoming power. So it got off to a bit of a rough start. I almost aborted it and started over, but I said, well, it's probably not going to finish anyway. So I'll let it go and see what happens. And, well, it may finish. You know, if the top's rough, I can just sand it down. We'll see. And then I will make sure I re-level the bed really well before I try printing again. Maybe we'll actually make it to the end. Well, holy cow, it actually finished. And except for that little problem at the very beginning, it actually looks pretty good. Let me see if I can pull it off and see what it looks like. Okay, well, what I can do here is I can just put this against my belt sander and smooth out the top. And I got myself a shot glass. And it's got a little thing on the bottom too that's keeping it from sitting straight without rocking. I'll have to knock that off too. Little tiny blob of plastic there. Okay, I think if I level the bed better, that I should be able to get a better print next time. Alright. Alright, I cleaned up the top rim a little on my belt sander first with fairly rough sandpaper, and then I went at it with just a piece of like 220 by hand just to clean up the sharp corners. I flattened the bottom. It sits nice and flat now, doesn't rock. Now let's see if it's waterproof. Got my favorite drink of choice out here in my mad scientist lab. So far, so good. Huh. All right. Nice. Not leaking, at least not yet. All right. Well, here's to you, Ender. Good job. Good. All right. So it's my first mostly successful print on this. Certainly not going to be my last. I'm sure there'll be a lot more. I may film some more of them once I get more of a hang of how to work the printer. Leveling the bed on this thing is a real hassle. The way they have the leveling screws set on it, you adjust one and the others go out, it seems like. And you just have to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Try to get it as level as you can, and then it seems like there's a little divot in the middle. But I've already looking at modifications. Putting on a glass build platform seems to be a popular one. We'll see. Let me try using it some more. Oh, also, this took a lot more than about the hour and a half that the Creality slicer said that this was going to take. So I'll have to keep that in mind in the future. That's just kind of a suggestion, not hard and fast rule about how long it's going to take to print. So I'll have to keep that in mind. But on the whole, I'm pretty happy with my first print. What I might do is fill this with water and put it somewhere where I won't care if it leaks and just see if it really is watertight and leave it overnight. We'll see. Oh, and as for this other printer up here that I've got, Christmas is coming. It's only about a month away today. So I'm hoping that the price is going to pop up on these on eBay. And I may just put this on eBay and sell it and get back most of the money, if not all of it, that I spent buying these at the bankruptcy auction. That'd be great. Basically a free 3D printer. Well, it's a couple days later. I've been practicing. Wouldn't call myself any kind of expert with this thing yet, but I am getting better. The most important lesson I have learned is I have to carefully and tediously and exactingly re-level the bed before every single attempt at printing. It just doesn't stay level. And even then, it doesn't always work out. Some, the first, this is only my second time printing this fan shroud. I just wanted to try something a little bigger and more complicated than the shot glass to see if I could do it. So, not bad considering this is only the second try. It took a lot of tries to get that shot glass done. So, and even so, I spent a long time trying to level this bed, and still, it got off to a little bit of a rocky start. You can see that the bed's not quite level, even though I tried. It's a really poor design, whoever designed this, I have to say. There should not be 4 screws. There shouldn't be one at each corner of this thing. There should only be 3 screws, just like, say, on the back of a telescope. Well, the telescope's all covered up, you can't really see it. But just like on the back of a telescope where you collimate the primary mirror, there should only be 3 screws, not 4. Because with 4 screws, when you turn one, you mess up the opposite corner. And you just wind up chasing your tail, going round and round and round, trying to level this thing, or at least get it level enough for the print to start without totally screwing up. So sooner or later, I'm going to be frustrated enough with it to tackle redesigning the way it levels, I'm sure, just because it's so annoying. But I'm starting to get the hang of it. I don't like it, but I'm getting the hang of it. And yay, after 2 tries, it looks like this print's going to finish. It's going to be good. So anyway, it's a new era here in my workshop with 3D printing going on. I love it. Even though it's a little frustrating and there's a learning curve, I still love it. I have the ability to just make stuff. Additive manufacturing, finally. To add to my all my subtractive manufacturing machinery over here. So this is great. Oh, it looks like it's done. Holy cow, it finished. While I was standing here yakking, it finished. All right. If you liked the video and found it interesting, please give it a like. Subscribe to see future videos. There'll be more 3D printing videos coming out of my workshop and lots of other videos too. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.